I want to play a game with you called Association Word Association. I got a pack of NBA basketball cards from your era, 2000, 2001. I'm going to open this pack. I waited 20 years to crack this open. First thing, real quick, I don't even want to give you time to think. First thing that comes to your mind when you see each player, you tell me first word. Here we go. First up, we got Penny Hardaway.
Man, that's my dog. Oh, first word. I would say undervalued.
Why is that?
Just because he was just such a great basketball player that even when he was hurt. So Penny was somebody that when he was hurt, I would work out with Penny when he was in Phoenix.
Yep.
Right? And, this dude loved the game. And through all his injuries, he was still really good, dude, and super valuable. You know what I mean? And so I just think, I would say underappreciated.
All right. From the New York Knicks, Charlie Ward.
Charlie Ward, tough. Just tough, man. Just football mentality, leader, tough. Another guy just don't get enough credit for how good he was in that era.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Heisman Trophy winner, and then goes and balls out in the NBA. Not bad. All right, as a rookie card from the LA Clippers, Keon Dooling.
Keon Dooling, that's my dude out of Missouri. He had the Steve Smith, the Smitty. I would say with Keon Dooling, I would say when I look at him, I say a warrior. He one of the first people to come out and to really, start talking about mental health and mental health awareness.
Yeah.
So shout out to Keon Dooling.
This next guy, you know pretty well, Paul Pierce.
The truth. Need I say more? The truth, man. I grew up with the truth. I've watched him since he was 10, 11 years old. And, his game, he's just dominated on every level. I mean, what more can you say?
Do you remember when you first met Paul Pierce?
I met Paul Pierce at the Inglewood Y. It was after one of my games. I was balling. And he came up to me and was like, dang, dog, you balling. Let me get some of your chili Fritos. I was like, back up, dog. And he was like, just kept sweating me. Like, yo, you was balling. Let me get some chili Fritos. I was like, all right. Here, you can have some. You're Paul Pierce.
I mean, what does he mean to you today? Because you guys came up together. You were on the K
That's my dog. I love Paul, man. I think Paul has always been, for me, a big brother, the big brother to look up to. You know what I mean? And trying to chase after him. You know what I'm saying? And he just always loved the game, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He loved the game, and to see somebody like you on the same team with for the majority of your life be like an NBA superstar, it's just, it's just I look at him still like Paul and everybody else.
Yeah.
Look at him like, Paul Pierce, and I forget sometimes, damn, dog, the truth, yo. You know what I'm saying?
But it's crazy because I've seen so many guys who they would say the same thing about you, that you were the big bro to them, coming up. And they're like, that's Baron Davis, dog. It's a cool way that it all pays forward.
Cool little cycle.
All right, back to the game. Here we go. Vin Baker.
Vin Baker. I remember dunking on Vin Baker.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite dunks. Because when I went up, I faked the ball, I faked the pass, and he turned his head. So when he turned his head, I got up on him. And when he turned around, he went to block it, and he was like, man, get that shit out of here. I was like, boom. I don't think you blocked that, dude. I ran down the court. Shout out to Vin Baker. I got him now. Because he thought he blocked it. He said, in midair, he was like, yeah, get that shit out. And when it was already high, I had already dunked it on him. Oh, man, I caught him real calm.
Oh, man.
But versatile, big dude, post moves, mid-range, could pass. He was, it was just unfortunate, how his career, basically didn't reach the level that it was supposed to. But, I think it's for a lot of people, man.
Well, you caught one. Shammond Williams.
My dog.
Yeah?
That was my backup point guard.
Yeah?
Big bro. Shammond was one, just tough, confident, smart. Where the hell is Shammond Williams? He should be somebody's head coach right now. Because he was kind of like a coach for me, when I was in New Orleans. He kept me right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He kept me right.
All right. Mark Madsen.
Hungry. Played against him in college. In college, he was the same player in the league. people used to laugh at him for running in and out the game, and just how he played.
Yeah.
But you need people like that, bro. You need people who love their job, that's just willing to go in and do some fucking dirty work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why he played. But that dude was good. You know what I mean? Mad Dog was good. He used to dunk people out in college. Like, his same energy. Imagine his same energy in college. You know what I mean?
Built for
And they
that.
passing him the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just like somebody that I saw in college, like, damn, dude, like, this is a good ass power forward. And then in the league, it was like, well, he ain't gonna be dunking on motherfuckers and doing this.
Yeah.
But he transitioned into a hell of a role player, and that's why I said hungry for him.
Yeah, I mean, he won rings with the
I
Lakers.
love Mad Dog. That's my
Yeah.
dog. Man, I'm telling you, that's my dog. I love
right.
Mad Dog.
This next guy, Ray Allen.
Jesus. Jesus, that's Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Yeah.
Talk about full circle. He was my coach at Nike camp.
Really? Oh, wow. Crazy.
So, like, he always was like a big bro to me. Just who he was, his energy. But ever since Nike camp, he was almost like my guide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he would always be like a good mentor, like, BD, man, like, keep it going. Like, damn, BD, you know what I mean? You on a level now. You getting up there.
Such a smooth shooter.
Oh, man, that's Jesus, man. I mean, just a great guy. And I would say another person who, when I was in high school at Nike camp, like, he was putting a motor in my back. Like, yo, bro, you the best. Like, don't come out here thinking nothing else. You know what I mean? Like, go kill. So, shout out to Ray Allen.
How about Bonzi Wells?
Oh, man.
Swagger.
Fucking hard nose. Grit, grind, post moves, mid-range, one-on-one. We played against him in Houston, but in Portland. Fuck, dude, just a great utility dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, going through these cards, it's like you think about these dudes in this time, it's like a gifted offensive player, tough nose offensive player, right? And could get it out the mud. You know what I mean? And so it was like he gonna go get his own and he gonna go fill up the stat sheet.
I like Bonzi once he started rocking the headband, too. It gave him, different
flavor too.
Different flavor, for sure. Tony Kukoc, the Croatian sensation.
Man, when I grew up, I loved some Tony Kukoc. I was mad I wasn't left-handed because of Tony Kukoc and Kenny Anderson. But, I say with Tony Kukoc, it was, my word for him would be pioneer. Tony Kukoc set the wave for the international big dude to be versatile, to be skilled, to be able to play on the perimeter, right? And so Tony Kukoc was kind of like our first foray into Dirk and present. You know what I mean? He opened up the door for all that, so I call him a pioneer.
And how about from watching like the Last Dance documentary, the situation he came in, the Bulls, where MJ didn't want him there, and Pippen didn't want him there at the time when he joined the team. But like to be able to join a team like that when you're clearly not welcome or wanted by like the big dog, like that takes some guts.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying, a pioneer. Plus he had game.
Yeah.
Right? So and you watch The Last Dance, once he got on the team, you can't hate somebody on your team that is contributing and is good. You know what I mean?
Right.
So shout out to Tony Kukoc because he had to be that international guy to go to a team that, you know what I mean? That's why I call him a pioneer. He had to deal with a lot of shit.
I got one card left. Anthony Mason.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. That was my big bro. That was like, I would say he, from the time I got to the league, Mace put me in check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was tough love, but it was big love. It was, talking about the game, talking about other players. Just so fucking smart, dude. He was just so, like, he would, he when my rookie year, he was the point guard. You know what I mean? So I was always like, man, how the fuck, you know what I mean? But, like, he was a real point guard, dog. Like, he had, man, fucking leadership, vision. He was a mismatch problem, played defense. He was tough nose. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, man, I miss that dude.
Yeah.
Like, playing with Mace, Like you play with Mace, you feel like, hey, bro, we not losing. You know what I mean? We ain't getting bullied, we ain't getting punked, we not losing. Because like I watched this dude take over the point guard position in Charlotte and damn near average a triple-double every game. It was the most amazing thing.
At 6'8", 260.
It was one of the most amazing things that I had ever seen. You know what I mean? And like you couldn't hate, you know what I'm saying? Cause like when me and Mace got in the game, it was like BD, pick and roll. BD, like it was like it I would say like just watching him, he cares so much. You know what I mean? He cares so much. And like, you know, I think like his attitude was almost like a part of my attitude. You know what I mean? Later on, like when you like, so he had just a big influence on, you know, like how I approach the opponent. You know what I mean? The anger that I would translate to the game. You know what I mean? And no bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can be no bullshit and you can be tough and you can hit people and run people over without having to fight people.
He was one of the toughest
guys.
guys.
You know what I mean? He was tough.
For sure.
Right? And he was a fucking great basketball player.
Yeah.
Dude.
Definitely
Awesome basketball player.
Amazing player. Had a great career, long career. Obviously, the Hornets.
I used
the
to
Heat,
hang
the
out
Knicks.
with him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I was his rookie. You know, him and Bobby Fields. I was a rookie.
Yeah, man.
And Eldon Campbell, I would say.